We've all heard about finding the one or your soulmate. We think of this person as the one you're meant to be with, who not only encourages you to be your full self, but helps you reach your highest potential. And while all of this sounds great, how do you actually know when you found that person? Considering that the average person has dated between 6 to 7 people in their life before settling down, how do you know when you found the one? To help you answer this question, today on How to Charisma, we're going to be looking at the 10 qualities in a woman that mean you should never let her go. Number 1, she accepts you for who you are. While this may seem obvious, the ability for a woman to accept you for who you are is the foundation to a successful, long-lasting relationship. But what's important to understand about this concept is that accepting someone for who they are doesn't mean that a woman has to like or agree with all of their choices. In fact, she may disagree with some of them. But if a woman loves and supports you, despite disagreeing with some of your choices or behaviors, it's a sign that she's a keeper. For instance, maybe you're very introverted and prefer not to hang around big groups of people. She should understand and not drag you to big social events or other situations like that. However, it should also be noted that compromise is good. There may be some events that she really wants you to come to, and you should respect that. There just needs to be an understanding of boundaries and acceptance. While she might find some of these things irritating, if she is able to see the big picture of your relationship and love and accepts you regardless, you should hold on to her. Number 2, there's intellectual chemistry. We often think of physical attraction as being one of the most important aspects of a relationship. And while physical attraction is important, intellectual chemistry is also equally, if not more, important. This is because for a relationship to last, it requires the ability to be intellectually challenged by your partner. If you find that you're physically attracted to someone, but bored by your conversations together, it may be a sign that the relationship is not meant to last. Some of the best relationships are between people who are, at the end of the day, great friends. And a great friend is someone who you can talk to for hours on end and who challenges you to grow on an intellectual level. Number 3, she has her own goals. Have you ever been in a relationship where the other person was maybe just a little too invested in you? Maybe they changed all of their interests to match yours, or always wanted to talk about your goals and never expressed any of their own. This is usually a red flag because a strong relationship is often between people who have their own interests and goals. While you'll inevitably have mutual goals, it's important to find someone who has their own pursuits, whether career pursuits, hobby pursuits, or something else. The reason this is so important is that it shows she knows herself, is driven, and cares about growth. Research published in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that those who know who they are tend to be happier with and more committed to their relationships. Number 4, she has the same values. Do you want kids? Do you eat healthy? What do you think is the right balance between work and your relationship? Do you like to spend money or save money? These are a few examples of important questions, and it's a good sign that if the woman you think is the one has the same or similar answers as you to these questions. While you don't have to agree on absolutely everything, having a similar core value system will help you avoid conflict in your relationship down the road. But how do you know if she shares the same values as you? Ask her. While these types of conversations can be difficult, it's important to talk to your partner about their values so that you can address any discrepancies between the two of you. And remember that even though compromise is important in a relationship, neither of you should compromise your core values for the other person. Number 5, she remains calm during fights. Did you know that if a woman is able to stay calm during a fight, that relationship has a better chance of lasting? A study between researchers at the University of California, Berkeley, and Northwestern University followed 80 couples over the course of 13 years to examine factors that helped keep them together. What they found was that a relationship will last longer if a woman has the ability to stay calm during a fight, and then transfer this sense of calm to her partner. While it's important that both partners work on healthy expressions of emotions, the study indicates that a woman who has the ability to be calm in level-headed in tense situations is someone to keep. Number 6, You trust her. Like accepting your partner for who they are, trust is another component of the foundation of a healthy, long-lasting relationship. If she's the one, you'll feel that you can confide in her and vice versa. Trust goes beyond trusting someone to be faithful. It also means that you can trust her with your emotions, your fears, and your dreams and goals. In other words, you should be able to rely on her to support you when you're being vulnerable and trust her to be honest with you when she's expressing her own feelings. Like a good friend, a great partner is someone who you can trust to be there for you through both the good times and the bad. Number 7, she has a positive outlook. Let's face it, life doesn't always go perfectly. At some point or another, you might get fired from your work, lose a close family member, or get rejected from your dream job. During hard times, it's important to have someone by your side who is able to lift you up and have a positive outlook on life. And this holds true for the times when she's going through something tough as well. Even if she's upset about a particular situation, her ability to be optimistic, even through hard times, can have a big impact on the quality of your relationship. There's a saying that misery loves company, meaning that if someone is miserable, they want others to be miserable too. Something you don't want in a relationship. Number 8, she compromises. As we mentioned previously, it's important to hold your true values when you're looking for a partner, as values such as your desire to have a family or not are things you should really not compromise. However, the ability to compromise on the smaller things in a relationship is important because it helps the relationship last and it reduces conflict. If she's able to meet you in the middle without either of you feeling like you're getting played, it's a good sign. For instance, maybe on a date night you really want to go to a movie, but she really wants to go out to dinner. Instead of forcing you to do what she wants or giving into doing something she doesn't want, if she works with you to come to a mutual agreement like, for instance, seeing a comedy show that you are both interested in, it's a sign that you should hold on to her. Number 9, she doesn't let jealousy get to her. While everyone feels jealousy from time to time, a woman who doesn't let jealousy cloud her actions is someone to pay attention to. Oftentimes, if you're in a relationship with someone who gets jealous easily, they can become controlling. In this case, she may try and prevent you from hanging out with friends, going anywhere without telling her first, or she may even try to ruin a friendship you have with another girl. But if she's a different type of girl, then she shouldn't try and control those things. And she won't need constant reassurance that you love her and are committed to her. A woman worth holding on to knows her value and is confident that you know it too. Number 10, she doesn't hold grudges. Grudges can be hugely detrimental to a romantic relationship. That's because they are built upon a lack of trust and can eventually lead to a deep-seated resentment towards the other person. If you find yourself dating someone who holds grudges or doesn't trust you to not repeat mistakes over and over again, it's a big red flag. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's inevitable that you're going to make one at some point or another during your relationship. Because of this, it's important that you're with someone who is able to practice forgiveness for mistakes you make, to a certain extent, of course. So, if she's able to accept a heartfelt apology with grace and without losing her trust in you, hold on to her. Let us know in the comments if we missed anything. While you're there, let us know what topics you'd like covered next. As always, thanks for watching How to Charisma, and we'll see you in the next video.